الحمد لله رب العالمين المحمود على جميع الحالات، خلق فسوى وأعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى، وضعنا جل شأنه في هذه الدنيا وما تركنا هملا، بل أرسل إلينا المصطفى نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم الذي أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة وتركها على محجة بيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أيها الإخوة والأخوات، اتقوا الله حق تقاته وكونوا بشرعه متمسكين ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. القائل في محكم تنزيله: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. أيها الإخوة، أيها المستمعون الكرام، يا قوم، لو سئلنا اليوم لماذا ضاعت البيوت والمجتمعات، ولو سئلنا أيضا لماذا نسمع عن آفات وعن انعكاسات التي تحدث في المجتمعات، من الممكن أن نقول: لما فقد الرجل دوره ضاعت المجتمعات. ففي خطبتنا اليوم كونوا معي في إجابة عن هذا السؤال، ألا وهو: من هو الرجل؟ وما هي الرجولة الحقيقية؟ أيها الإخوة، فيه فرق كبير بين الذكر والرجل، وبين الذكورة والرجولة. اعلموا واروا أن الإسلام جاء ببعض صفات الرجولة، منها قال تعالى في محكم تنزيله: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم، إلى آخر الآية. إن القوامة ليست الغلظة وليست سوء أدب، وإنما القوامة رحمة وإنفاق وقيادة ورعاية في طاعة الله. الصفة الثانية: الرجل هو الذي يهتم بأهله ويركز على شؤونهم. ثبت عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال عن عبد الله بن عمر أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: ثلاثة لا يدخلون الجنة: العاق لوالديه، والديوث، ورجلة النساء. أخرجه النسائي. أما الديوث هو الذي لا يبالي من دخل على أهله. الصفة الثالثة: الرجل أو الرجولة هو الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب، لأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيما ثبت عنه عن أبي هريرة أنه قال: ليس الشديد بالسرعة is worthy being worshipped but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If anyone is worshipping anything else that isn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no doubt we consider that the highest level of oppression. I urge you, my fellow believers, to be Allah conscious. Allah guided us in the Holy Book, Quran, to always supplicate to Him, not to meet Him unless we are amongst the believers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us meet Him when we are amongst the believers. Allahumma ameen. This evening, inshallah, if I'm to ask you today, just like I asked some 15 personalities, great personalities we have today, who is a man? I would like to put to your attention that I realized after asking men that we all witness and bear witness that there are men. After asking them, who is a man? I realized that they took time before answering, maybe seconds, maybe minutes. And maybe today, in our society today, we need such a question. Who is a man? Why are we losing it today within our societies? Why are we losing it today within our families? Maybe it's because we have no credible answer to this question. Who is a man? I would like to put to your attention that there is a very big difference between manhood and just being a man. A few years back, someone just needed a surgery for them to become males. Today, you don't need a surgery. You just need a fold, the transgender story, where a lady will just come up with this fold, and maybe she's like, I feel like I'm a man. And she's convinced that just because she's thinking like that, it's just enough for them to be a man. Maybe today, we need this question. Who is a man? Are you a man? Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Book, Quran, together with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, guided us by giving us some of the attributes that are only for men. Maybe if you're here and you're not amongst these, it's high time you check it out yourself. Are you a man? Yes or no? We need that question today. We are in a society where someone believes that just because they are too big, huge, gigantic, it's enough for them to be a man. Guess what? It's not enough. We are in a society where someone thinks just because they are too manipulative to others, they outspeak others by oppressing them, it's just enough for them to become men. Not really. Islamically, it's the opposite. Maybe we're in a society that is busy judging every man considering their income. Really? Islamically, that's not a definition of a man. Guess what? This is the Islamic approach. Point number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Book Quran guided us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الرجال قوامون على النساء. There is this degree of advantage that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted men. And He was like, men in the natural hierarchy are above women. Allah was not selfish. He gave him the reason. And He was like, بِمَا فَضَّلَ degree of advantage is not like we define it today. Just because you're busy impregnating ladies without officially marrying them, you're far beyond being a man. If we ever call men, please march away. As far as Islam is concerned, you're far beyond men. And Allah is busy guiding us. A man is someone who takes responsibility over people that are under him. Wife, children, wives, and your children. That's a man in as far as Islam is concerned. What I enjoy most when I'm clarifying this, al-infaq. A man provides for his people, for his family, for his relatives. I'm using the word provides. It's very possible for someone to have wealth, to be rich, and they're not providing for their people. Trust me, they are not men. Even when someone is just having some little income, but if they're having that as a discipline, the discipline of taking good care of his people, providing for his people, he is a man. And we don't want to check your income when you're not doing that. And that's the approach of Islam. Are you getting the difference between the man we have today and the man that Islam defines as a man? And that's the first approach, the first attribute that every man must think of. The second approach, الرجل هو الذي يهتم بأهله ويركز أيضا على شؤونهم. A man Islamically is someone who minds about his people. Whatever is happening about them. Your wives, you have the right to know what they are all about. Your kids, you have the right to check out what they are doing, what they do, at what time, and what is it all about. You're a man in as far as Islam is concerned. And if at all you're opposite to that, you don't mind about your wives, you are at this level of now getting tired. You don't even want to know what they're doing. Come on. You're not doing Islam justice. You're a man and you're supposed to know what they are doing. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam motivated anyone that calls himself a man. And Abi Hurairah, in an authentic tradition, Prophet was like, ثلاثة لا يدخلون الجنة. Three categories of people will not get access to Jannah, to paradise. The first category, al-aaq liwalidayhi, someone who disobeys his parents. The gist of the matter is in the second category, ad-dayyuth. When scholars were trying to define who is a dayyuth, they were like, huwa alladhi la yubali ala man dakhala ala ahlihi. Someone who is zero-minded, who doesn't even consider minding about what is happening about his people. You're a father. Do you really know what happens within the mothers of your kids? 100%? The answer is no. You're not yet a man in as far as Islam is concerned. If you're this man who is calling off some kids and not knowing what they are doing, how they live, you're not even guiding them in that line. Come on, you're not yet a man in as far as Islam is concerned. Guess what? Even Jannah, it's as important as you might not enter paradise, because you're doing injustice to our society. You must keep your people in check. A male won't do that. It needs manhood for someone to do that. And lastly, الرجل check out the Islamic approach. They are far beyond men. And you know the Islamic approach? A man is someone who has the ability to control their wrath, their anger. At the first stage, you're a man. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam found his companions, they were just friendly wrestling. And when he asked them, what are you doing? They were like, we are wrestling. Prophet was like, why are you wrestling? Friendly. They were like, we just want to know who is the man amongst we. And Prophet authentically said the following statements. لَيْسَ الشَّدِيدُ بِالسَّرْعَةِ. A man is not someone who can physically put others down. No. إِنَّمَا الشَّدِيدُ. A man is someone who controls. الَّذِي يَمْلِكُ نَفْسَهُ عِنْدَ الْغَضَبِ. Who controls his anger, his wrath, not being a victim of his own anger. How many men do we have today? Do you now realize that the reason why many youths are hitting gyms to have these big bodies just to oppress others? In as far as Islam is concerned, you're not a man. I want to dare you. Try out controlling your anger. It's only for men. It's not for every man. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that style of manhood. Maybe in this society we need that guidance. How I wish every man understood that responsibility, understood that approach. I know every lady will be proud of having you above them. If you're this man who oppresses your wife by hitting them, slapping them, in as far as Islam is concerned, you're not a man. If you're this man that thinks that just because you're a man, use that to manipulate whoever is under you, it's far beyond that. In as far as Islam is concerned, you're not yet a man. But it's not too late. As early as now, you might switch out from just merely being a man to being a man, and you will do justice to our society today. Abebitiibwa abankuliriza, olwaleero bwe nkubuuza nti omusajja y'ani, oyinza obutaba na ansa ntuufu. Nategedde nti ngenda kukyogerako olwaleero neetwala obuvunaanyizibwa okubuuza abantu 15 nga mu bo 10 basajja ba buvunaanyizibwa olw'okuba Ssaabasabye lukusa boogerako wano tebanzikiriza naye nandibadde babagamba. Ekyasinze okunnyumira abasajja abo bonna nga nange nkakasa nga naawe okakasa nti babuvunaanyizibwa era basajja ku lw'ebirungi bye bakoze, nakirabye nti baatutte akaseera nga balowooza ku bansi gye bagenda okumba. Nange kankubuuza olwaleero, lwaki amaka gakyankalanye? Lwaki societies zaffe zikyankalanye? Kirabika olw'okuba tetulina ansa ya kibuuzo kino. Ani musajja? Njagala okutegeeza olw'ekitiibwa mpuliriza nti waliwo enjawulo y'amaanyi wakati w'omuntu okuzaalibwa ng'alina ebimulaga nti musajja ne wakati w'omuntu okubeera n'obuvunaanyizibwa okumufuula omusajja. Emyaka mitono nnyo emabegakaawo omuntu yali yeetaagisa okugenda mu ddwaliro agamba abasawo nti njagala munkyuse ze mumpe ebitendo eby'omusajja, era ne bakimukolera n'afuuka omusajja buli atweyindikamu tumumwanyirenga bukyali, kubanga atweyindikamu agenda kutuvumya balowooze nti abasajja bonna bwe batwe babeera, kumbe ye mufera alimu basajja atuvumaganya. Obusiraamu Allah n'omubaka we Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam bintu bisatu olw'obudde nga Allah agezaako okubanga atuluŋŋamya okutulaga omusajja yaani mu aya mu Qur'ani ey'ekitiibwa. Allah atunyumiza. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rrajim. Ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisaa. Gwe bayita omusajja ye muntu ng'alina ebimulaga nti musajja, akimanye n'okukimanya nti Allah yamusitula eddaala n'amuteeka mu ddaala erikulembera abantu abali wansi, n'atuwa n'ensonga bima anfaqu min amwalihim, ekimuteesa mu ddaala eryo ze ssente, bwe budde, amaanyi g'oteekamu okulaba nga abantu abakuli wansi bavaamu omulamwa. Oli musajja. Kiba kitegeeza oba obadde omanyi omusajja ye muntu alinyirira omukyala n'amukuba empi, n'amutigomya, n'amukuba emiggo, oli wala nnyo n'obusajja. Obusiraamu nga butuluŋŋamya omusajja ye muntu afaayo okubanga alabirira amaka ge, alabirira abantu be mu busobozi bwe. Ekyokubiri, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yakimanya n'atutegeeza n'otutegeeza nti omusajja yafaayo nnyo okumanya ekigenda mu maaso mu maka ge oba ku bantu be. Mu hadiisi entuufu nga Nabbi atutegeeza nti abantu basatu ejjana bye bategendereza bayinza obutagiyingira. Omuntu asooka ye muntu ajeemera bazadde be. Omuntu owookubiri gwenjagaddemu addayuuth, abayivu bwe baali bamunnyonnyola, ye muntu omusajja atafaayo bigenda mu maaso mu maka ge. Lwaki tumanyi mwana wo byasomera? Lwaki tomanyi baana b'ozadde? Oli musajja. Lwaki omala omwezi mulamba nga maama gwe wazaalamu omwana tomanyi alidde atya, n'omwana oyo gwe wazaala nga wuwo kale wamulina ebizibu ne maama we, naye omwana omala otya omwaka nga tomanyi zzadde lyo liri litya? Oli musajja. Tenga togamba nti nedda bambi, ogenda tutuvumya. Obusiraamu nga butugamba nti tonnabeera musajja, kuba omusajja yafaayo ennyo okumanya abantu be bali batya. Mukyala we akolera wa? Akola atya? Gy'akolera akusigaza ekitiibwa kyo oba tasigaza kitiibwa kye? Ebyo byonna bibuuzo by'abasajja obusiraamu n'omuteeko okusembayo walajinatu nisaa. Abantu batagenda kuyingira jjana balala be bakyala abayita abasajja nga bangi omulembe guno, naye banategeera obuvunaanyizibwa obutwawula ku bo, bagenda kitegeera nti kiri wala nnyo n'okweyita obweyisi nti oli musajja. Waliwo bingi nnyo ebiteekeddwa okuba nga bikolebwa omuntu okubanga musajja. Bakubiriza gannange eseebuseebu tubeere abasajja obusiraamu, tubeere abasajja ab'obuvunaanyizibwa ng'obusiraamu bwe butulagira. Bwe tunaabeera abasajja abalungi, teriwo omukyala ajja kwetamwa kubeera wansi wo. Naye ebbanga lyonaabeera nga toli musajja wa buvunaanyizibwa nga bwe tulabye olwaleero, ojja kuba tukoze bulungi. Omuteeko ogusemba, omusajja ye muntu eyeefuga ng'obusungu bumulinnye. Olwaleero abavubuka bangi ekibatwala mu jjiimu olw'okuba banne bamujereka titolina mubiri munene. Ekimuyisa omusajja ye alowooza kwe kwogereza abawala 8 nga bonna talina pulaani zibawasa, mukatebe musajja nnyo. Bwe tumanyiddeko obuvunaanyizibwa obutukiikirira abasajja mu busiraamu nga nkutegeeza ti nabbi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yakimanya omulembe gulituuka nga abantu balowooza nga ekifuba omuntu omusajja kwe kwogera ennyo n'obukambwe ng'emisuwa gimuli mu feesi. Tekifuula abantu omusajja kwe kubanga akuba abantu emmuumi ne bagwa wansi n'atuba akantu akazibu ennyo nga bw'otaba musajja tosobola kukakola. Mwasanga abasahaba nga balwanagana mwawo lesolinga omwangu kasibya busuku nababuuza kulwanira kyekwala nga zisusse ne bamugamba nti ya rasulallah tuli mu muzannyo wano tulabe ani ow'amaanyi muffe ani musajja muffe. Nabbi kwe kuvamu okugambo laisa shadid ow'amaanyi si ye muntu akuba nnyo badde enkwala, si ye muntu abamulabemula n'ebigambo ng'aliwa biyi ennama shadid. Ow'amaanyi ye muntu eyeefuga mu mbeera ng'obusungu ebizibu bimuyitiriddeko. Njagala okutegeeza nti ekintu ekyo ky'abasajja mukka si kya buli muntu yeeyita musajja. Oli musajja oba toli musajja. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. المحمود هو الله والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده وبعد. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I would like to conclude my sermon today with 3 points. Point number 1, I want to motivate and congratulate every responsible man out there. I want you to know that for a man to feel good, they just need to provide to feel good. And whoever is not a man needs to first feel good in order for them to be good. Remember that. If you're a man, you don't do good just because people are going to show gratitude to you. No, you're going to be disappointed just because your wife is very ungrateful. It's okay. Continue being a man. We are proud of you. Allah is proud of you. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is proud of you. Secondly, I would like to also make a point to people who are busy tarnishing the image of manhood. If you're a man, as you think, and you're far from whatever we've mentioned, please, all you're doing is tarnishing manhood. And whoever is a victim of such a person, please get to know, it's not about Islam, it's upon them personally. Please, there are those people who are busy tarnishing our being men. It's not too late. Wake up, be a man. Let Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam be proud of you when you get to meet him. And then lastly, I really have to make a point on this. Why is the society unfairly judging every man, considering their income? Who told us that every man is supposed to have a standard income level for them to be men? No, that's not the guidance. Actually, the approach of Islam, it's not all about how much money you have. It's all about the discipline of you giving it out to the people. Have you realized the little men we have today? But today, just because we have a parent who is not well financially, society is busy putting off his right as a man to know how they are doing, to just check how they are living, just because maybe he is not meeting the society standards income-wise. Really? No, no, no. Please remember, they are still men. Provision is part of their responsibility, but even getting to know how their people are is also is not affording 2 millions for the kid to take the kid to this school you want them to take them. It's okay. They are still men. Maybe they are just poor. But poverty is not their wish. They can still be men, even with the fact that Allah has not yet provided open doors of prison for them. Abebitiibwa ensonga ssatu tumalirize. Obusiraamu bwenyumiriza nnyo mu musajja nga mu butuufu okoze kinene nnyo tukiikirira. Njagala okukutegeeza nti ekitufuula abasajja si kukola bantu kukusiima b'olabirira. Bw'ebanga yenniya yeeyo bagenda okudisappointinga amaanyi gakuggulemu. Wabula ekifuula omusajja owulira bulungi ng'abantu bwe bafunye ekyokulya atali musajja si bwatyo bwawulira. Yasooka kuwulira bulungi n'asooka lowooza ku bantu be. Weebale kubeera musajja bulungi era Allah akulinza okuwa embeera. Abantu ab'okubiri be bantu abatuvumya. Bayinza okuba tebaliiwo wano naye bw'obasanganga ng'osanze omuntu ali wansi w'abasajja ng'abo mugambireko nti obusiraamu si bwe butyo buyigiriza. Abantu abo nabo bakoze kinene nnyo okutuvumyanga abasajja. Wabanga alina abakyala bana baali nabo nga talina kwabasizzaamu naye nga buli mukyala mwinamu abaana babiri, omuntu oyo tatukoze bulungi. Era bw'onaasanga omukyala ng'oyo naye agenda kuvaamu akagamba nti abasajja ateekewo ekivumu. Bambi mukyala gwe kimanye toyinza okubanga tewakkiriza muntu alina buvunaanyizibwa yoyo wabula si musajja ati abasajja bwe beeyisa. N'ekisemberayo ddala tulekeraawo okujja obuvunaanyizibwa ku bassemaka olw'okuba ennyingiza yaabwe entono. Obusiraamu si bwe buyigiriza. Enjigiriza z'obusiraamu tezaagala kumanya ssente z'olina wabula zaagala kumanya ofulumya mmeka kubanga olabirira abantu bo. Kubanga olwaleero olw'okuba ssebo omusajja tayingiza bulungi afuna emitwalo 2 omwezi, kati baagala okumuteeka ku standard tiwaba kasobodde ntwala mwana we ku ssomero lye basasula kakadde mukatisebo si musajja okuva eddi. Oyo musajja newabuvunaanyizibwa agaabiri abo bw'abanga asobola okuteteekanya n'akulaakulana n'abeera abantu be. Oyo asingira wala nnyo alina obukadde n'obukadde nga talina nusu gyateeka mu bantu be. Tujjukire ng'abantu mu society y'obusiraamu abantu abo bakyalina obuvunaanyizibwa okubanga balabirira abantu baabwe. Obuvunaanyizibwa bwe busooka. Obwokubiri bateekeddwa okumanya abantu baabwe embeera ezibafaako. Saba Allah abeere ng'atuwa enjigiriza eyo. Bwe tutegeera emitegeeranga eyo ogenda okumanya tuwe omuntu asazeewo okubeera omusajja ekitiibwa ekimugwana. Mukyala tomwindaako muwase oli musajja. Labirira abantu oli musajja era okoze kinene nnyo okubanga tukiikirira. Tusaba Allah abeere ng'asaasira buli musajja amuggulirewo asobole okubanga asobola okulabirira abantu be. Naffe atuwa obusobozi obutavuma abantu bagezaako kubeera nga batuusa obuvunaanyizibwa eri abantu baabwe newankubadde ng'oba oli abo abali ku receiving end. Bakyalo bayinza okuba tebakusiima, tewali buzibu. Kola kyolina okukola ng'omusajja. Ate n'abakyala musinga omuntu ng'asazeewo okubeera omusajja kuba kati bangi abatwelimbikamu okutuvumya. Nsaba Allah abeerenga asaasira buli musajja ng'obusiraamu bwe bulagira asobole okuba nga amusaasira. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayuha alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Warḍa Allahumma anil arba'ati al-khulafa minhum Abu Bakr wa Umar wa Uthman wa Ali برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. الله